All right, hello to everyone listening and welcome to our 2021 Term 1 League Finals. So that's our 8-ball league season 10, our first session and our first league of the year. At our finals here, we've got two teams playing. There's Always Use Protection and Team W. So what they've gone through is 7 weeks of round robin against other teams, and the 8th week, of course, today at the finals. Everyone played really, really well. A lot of members have actually improved a lot over that 7 weeks and in the finals day. So I'll introduce you to the players on each of those teams. So on Always Use Protection, we've got Domingo from UTS, Jae Choi from UNSW, and Navin Niranjan from USYD, who's actually subbing in for Glanden, who couldn't make it today for his team. And on Team W, we've got Wang from Abbey College, Australia, William Wu from USYD, and Wang from Macquarie. So we've got 3 tables running tonight, so 3 games happening simultaneously. We're only filming one for you guys today, and that's table 30, but we'll try and have everyone on that table so that you can have a look. And that's me done for today. I'm going to hand over to our 2 commentators for now, Mark Geha and Matt Jiang. So yeah, tune in, enjoy, and I hope you like their commentary.
Hey guys, so I'm Matt Jiang. I am at UTS studying a Bachelor of Science, majoring in Applied Physics, and I'm one of your commentators for today.
I'm Mark Geha, UNSW 3rd year now, commentating for today as well.
So today we will also have a 3rd commentator.
Yeah, my name is Markus. I go to USYD. I'm doing pharmacology and in the 3rd year.
Will is one of the promising players of CueSoc, so let's see how he goes today. Beautifully broken. 2 stripes potted. I'd assume he'd run the 11 first and go from there.
I don't know, bro. Good break, Will.
So both teams have come a long way throughout the season this term, and as Lochie mentioned before, this is our finals. Whoever wins today's games, the team itself will get a multiple various selection of prizes.
Will attempted the combo, unfortunately missed it. The balls are still open, 2 stripes potted so far.
Playing combo shots are very difficult. They do require a lot of focus, and the slightest deviation can actually cause some of the biggest changes to where the cue ball and object ball goes. So as Will had missed his shot, it's open table for Jae. So Jae chose to go with solids, and that means Wu is left with the stripes.
Yeah, good positioning shot as well.
So I just want to mention a quick shout out to our sponsor, City Heroes. They let CueSoc hold many different events, such as our CueSoc League, which runs weekly. We do often run social events as well for social pool players who do not wish to play competitive. And yeah, just a quick shout out to them and their great support for us.
I think CueSoc's been around since 2010 now, so to see them being played City Heroes for 11 years now is quite impressive. Minjae's played the 4 beautifully. He's positioned quite nicely for the 7 as well. And hopefully he should be able to run the rack, but we'll see. Oh, it's hanging on the pocket.
Yeah, he just came up a little short. It was a very tough shot, but again, the Rex handed back to the little wheel.
You have to speak close.
Yeah.
Otherwise it won't come.
Quite an unfortunate shot from Will. He's giving back the table to Minjae, who has another opportunity to run out. He's again gone for the 7 ball. This time he's made it. It's a light touch, and he's given great positioning for the 5 after. Playing competitive pool is very tough for a lot of people. It's very pressuring when it comes down to making these shots, as you know, some of the balls can determine whether you finish the rack or give the table to the next player.
Great shot.
Yeah, positioned beautifully for that one. The 8 should just go down the line if he plays it well. And that would come out as a promising 10-2 win. Oh, too close.
Left Will, a tough shot. Left Will, a tough shot. I think he's playing 9 from what I can see. But yeah, he's on the rail, so it's going to be going across the table. It's tough to see what he'll be playing after. Yeah. I think Minjae is actually, can't see the 8, so he probably will foul, unless he can get off one rail. We'll see. I'll actually see the table.
So that's an intentional foul to tie the balls up. Tactical play. And we'll see how Will deals with it.
It was definitely a very smart choice. Aligned 3 balls for him against the rail, which make it very tough for Will to play.
If he can take the 9, the combo might be gettable, doable.
Yeah, Will's goal was to pop the ball and make sure he break up the couplet, which he did perfectly, except the balls are still stuck on the rail, which can prove to be another problem still.
He might actually take the 10 here. He might actually play the 10, but I'm not sure. It looks like he's going.
Oh, that's terrific. Wow, that's a thin cut, and he sliced it perfectly. The 10 should go quite nicely into the corner, and he should be able to get a good placement for the 11. Oh, beautifully struck, beautifully struck.
I think he can see 14. Yeah, I think he can actually see the 14 here, so he might be playing that. He's playing good.
So our league actually runs on a point-based system. Every ball you pot is counted as 1 point, and if you pot the 8 ball and finish the rack, that counts as 3 points. So in total, each frame, the most you can get is a total of 10 points. Now Will has been potting these balls very smoothly. He's running the rack out. He's got up to the 8 ball now. I'm pretty sure he's about to finish the rack, which he has done perfectly. Both players have played very well. What are your thoughts on the games, guys?
I think the positional play was top notch. It's good to see two top players go against each other. And we thought it would be quite an easy win in the end, but it wasn't. So it came quite close down to the 8.
Yeah, very good run out by Will to finish it out the frame, and that brings up the total amount of points to 10-7. The team always use protection do have a handicap of 13 points, so that brings them up to 20, and Team W will remain on 10.
So Justin has beaten Joel 10-2 as well, and we are looking at the handicap advantage has been overtaken, so from what I can see at least. Oh, not quite. 22-20 so far.
Let's go next.
On this team.
Which game?
You're on Navin. Navin's playing Justin on 10. Your break.
10-7, and then put an exclamation mark next to Navin.
Your win, I'll win or they win?
I'll win. 10-7, and an exclamation mark here because he scratched. Yeah, he scratched it.
So Navin scratched on the 8, unfortunately, and
Who's on
it's
the-
come out to 30-29. We are neck and neck in this final already. Okay, coming onto this table right now, we've got Justin Wang and Niranjan. Justin's got the break, from what I can see.
Yeah, you can see Justin using a magic rack to rack his ball up. A magic rack is used to easily position the balls in a rack so that
It removes the gaps, yeah.
Yeah, so they're tightly put together. Make sure there's no gaps in between, which make a finer break. Make sure all the balls are contacted with each other so they have a nice spread.
So, I believe Navin has been playing League for a while now. He'd be on definitely more than 4 or 5 seasons, or he's actually subbing today, but he's quite experienced with the League format, and playing in the League format and playing in the League scenarios actually is quite different to just regular competitive pool because of the handicap system. And Navin's actually handicapped to 25 compared, and also Justin's at 25 as well. Yeah, both 25 indicating. The handicaps are done in 5s from 5 to 30, depending on how good everyone is relative to each other. Navin's 25 as well as Justin. Navin's actually won a season of League before, and he's won minor premiers as well. I think in consecutive seasons he's done that. He's led his team to victory multiple times, so we'll see how he goes in this game, and we'll see how he can carry this team today. So just looking at the table right now, we can see that Justin has broken quite nicely. He's formed a pattern of stripes to hit in. He's actually run out a couple of times this competition, so it'd be nice to see some good, more positional play in order for him to run out. A great break, I must say. He spread everything out nicely, and the balls are being potted very, very smoothly, very cleanly, and he is going from ball to ball. So we're looking at 3 stripes left. And he's reaching over for the 13, is it? That's the 13, yeah. Looks like you can only apply top as well, so unfortunately when you don't position the ball quite well and you snooker yourself behind another ball, you are forced to play one kind of spin. So he decided to, well, he could only play top, and it actually worked quite well in his favour because it sets himself up very nicely for the 11. Oh, beautifully done, beautifully done. The 10 is well within his reach, as well as the 8. We could be looking at a run out here. Oh, very nicely shot. A little wobbly at the pockets, but the 8 definitely can go in.
Let's go on the top right.
Top right corner.
From where we're sitting. It's a tough shot, but I think Justin's favourite to make this. Yeah.
Beautiful. I think we came and we saw what we wanted to see. Navin unfortunately didn't get a shot today, but he will be playing another one.
Run out.
Yep, so that's a run out from Justin, 10-0. Oh, did you? No. Is that, yeah, oh, that's, okay, so that's still, is that 10-0 or 10-1, sorry? Is it? Wait,
10-1.
double check.
It's 10-1.
Where's the...
Because I think he put on the break.
Oh, so that should be 10-1. Yeah, that's so. Yeah, it is 10-1, but it's still considered a run out, even though he potted a ball off the break. A run out indicates that a break and a run or a run out. A break and a run being you break and you run all the balls, which is what we've seen just now, and a run out is your opponent breaks dry, and then you come to the table and pot all either stripes or all solids without giving them a turn. So the current score we're looking at right now is 30 to 40. So the gap is starting to increase a little. The other players must start playing a lot better in order to make up for the difference. Alright, so we're racking up now for the next game. We have just finished the second set of singles. We had Joel take on Will, and that was a 10-7. Apparently it was a great safety battle, and Joel came through with it. Obviously we didn't get to see it. Will unfortunately scratched, so we've had 2 scratches on the 8.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Hey, you can have it.
So I think Jordan's playing at the moment. Jordan's playing against Joel. Yeah, and Joel's break.
And yeah, Joel's break. So currently the score is 52 to 50, Team W's way against Always Use Protection Fund. These team names are quite interesting. But yeah, so CueSoc does offer a wide range of events, as mentioned earlier. League being one of them, and League's actually one of my favorite formats. I've found that what it can do with the handicap system is it can even out competition between 2 teams, I should say. It also helps more beginners or players starting out to improve more. And we've seen some very good pool matches over the weeks. I believe they run 2 sessions from 6 to 8 and 8 to 10. Markus and I, who are commentating right now, won minor premiers this year. You know, quite an interesting battle
For the 8
that
to
we've
10
faced.
session.
We topped the 8 to 10 session, and we
To
topped
be
the
fair,
table
we got
too.
kind of lucky.
Well, we didn't get too lucky. There were some very good teams we faced. Leon's team's quite experienced, I should say. Leon's been playing League for 10 seasons, I'd say.
Yeah.
He's handicapped to 30 as well, so he's got the maximum handicap. But
Leon did win MVP.
Leon won MVP as well today. Our other teammate Alex won MIP, Most Improved Player. Alright, so we've got Joel to break now. He's using an open bridge on his break. Good amount of power, good amount of speed on it. And is it dry? I believe so, it's dry.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So Jordan's getting to the table here. He might go for solids, but it's tricky to say. I think it's a challenging first shot. I'm not sure if you can see the 5. What do you think?
Yeah, challenging
Yeah,
first shot.
I think it's going to go 5. Oh, maybe not. He's playing the 13, so the orange stripe ball down the rail. It was a tough shot. Oh, it's close again.
Oh, nicely played, nicely played.
It was tough.
I think he played it with a good speed. Intended it as a two-way shot. So, CueSoc League runs every term, and next term they'll be doing a 9-ball league. 9-ball league is handicapped differently. It'll be very interesting to see. They've only done 2 seasons of it in the past, and they'll be doing a 3rd this year. 8-ball, I find, is one of my favourite. I play a lot more 8-ball than 9-ball, which, everyone's different in what they play.
Yeah, I'm not sure how a 9-ball will go down.
Yeah. Well, the way it works is you win your opponent's handicap. It's the same as Inter-Uni, which is also coming up. Inter-Uni being if you are a university student, which you would be, you can join a team for USYD, UNSW, UTS, etc. I believe there's a wildcard team for the smaller universities as well.
You play a number of matches to try and represent for your university. And then the top 2 university teams will be playing in the finals for Inter-Uni. I think that competition's later on this year, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it should be later. Well, it'll be in term 2, I believe. As with term 2, there'll be more social pool, more easygoing events, just if you want to come, free pool, have some fun.
Yeah, there's also like pool social parties and things like that.
Yeah, pool party is the same as social pool, except you just bring your friends, you play all day, and that's it. Nothing beats that. Alright, so we've got some...
So, yeah, Jordan's taking stripes and... probably the 14. He's going to play the 10 now, probably...
He should stop the 10, which would be smart for the 9. Oh, he's gone one rail round. It's okay. I guess that... Ooh, risky shot. Jaws of the pockets saved the ball.
He still has the 13 as a hanger in the pocket. He's got the 9, which I think it looks like he's playing. Yeah, that's a nice shot by Jordan. Jordan's taking the 15.
Oh, nicely played. I think the speed on that was intentionally done that way so he could position for those 2 over there.
We're playing the 13 and then
Bit of draw to come around through. Oh, has he got...
Yeah, he's gotten away with it, I think.
Oh, I don't think he can...
sure.
He can see it, but he can't get the pot, unfortunately.
Can't hit the 11.
So we'll have to see what positional play he takes here. And we'll see how Joel goes with this. Most likely he won't be getting this pot.
He's actually taken out what's called a jump cue. This is a
Alternatively,
very,
you
very
can use a
challenging
jump
shot. So
He'll
he's
have to
going to
chip.
hit the cue ball into the air and try and make the 11, but wow, yeah.
Oh, good effort. He's got the pot, but unfortunately that wasn't the pocket that he called, so the way the rules are made, unlike 9-ball, with 8-ball you do have to call the pockets. This is to avoid flukes, and it is good to see a close game now. Let's see how Joel plays this. So, yeah. Markus, while they're playing this frame, tell us what you thought of the opponents we faced throughout.
For today, you mean?
Throughout the 7 weeks of league. Did you meet anyone interesting? Is there any players that you found were top stuff? Anyone noteworthy of mentioning?
So we played like a variety of different teams.
Yeah, there were 8 teams in our bracket as per league.
Yeah, so 8 teams across 7 weeks, I think.
Across 7 weeks, yeah. There's 7 matches played, yeah.
So 7 matches.
And I think it'd be nice to hear the perspective from the team that won minor premiers. So Markus being captain as well. Yeah, Markus being captain. Let's hear. Yeah,
Okay.
I believe Markus played the best on our team in terms of point difference. His doubles shone quite nicely.
Yeah, well,
Any notable opponents throughout the weeks?
I mean, yeah, obviously we came up against some really challenging teams, teams who played really, really well. I actually think our first week was quite surprisingly one of our toughest opponents. And these are people who I believe are new to CueSoc, so it just goes to show that not everybody who's new to the game is necessarily bad. There's a lot of people who are already really good.
Honourable mention, I saw them playing in the finals today. They played extremely well. They ranked 4th or 5th on the ladder. So, yeah, Jason, Vu, and Danil. They really played a great first season. A lot of them have improved. Their handicaps have all gone up, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay, so Joel has just played a tactical shot, I can see. The 8 is quite difficult. If he plays too much draw, he'll scratch and he could lose the shot. So complete control will be required. Now, I believe he'll be playing it down the line into the corner pocket.
Yeah, so he's playing it with top spin, so the upper half of the ball, and
So he can, roll it forward past the pocket. It's a very difficult part here. Shouldn't be too upset if he misses that one. Not everyone can get those. Another couple of mentions I should make. We actually played the team that came, I think, 3rd or 4th in our 8 to 10 session. That is Jovi, David, and Andy. They are a really solid team we took on. All of them are quite experienced. Actually, I believe 2 of them are in 3rd year. Jovi played his singles extremely well.
he's a handicap 20.
They actually made it into the semis as well as us. They unfortunately lost to the Always Use Protection team. So Joel, Minjae, and
I think it was a
Navin.
close game.
Must have been it was a close game. Came down to the final doubles. Markus, tell us what you thought of our games today. The 2 games that we played.
Well, across the board, we played pretty well, I'd say.
Great win against the bye team, hey?
That was a tough one.
Nice to make that joke. But I think the top 2 teams on the ladder, or the top 2 teams from the 8 to 10 session, I should say, played a bye. We only seeded 14 teams instead of the 16, as per usual. So it was nice to start out with a bye. Yeah. Our first opponents were Leon, Sophia, and Matt. 3 outstanding players.
Yeah.
Oh, and wow, the frame's done.
Yeah, so Sophia played really, really consistently well across the board. Matt and Leon are they're like really high handicap players, and
Yeah, veteran players, I'd say.
they also played really, really well today. We got a bit lucky, to be honest, in some of our games. I think.
Well, that's a 10-1.
Luck was on our side.
That's a 10-1 there. Just, I thought I might mention the way the games are scored is that each ball that is potted is 1 point. The 8 ball being worth 10. The 8 ball is so making it 10. So that is a 10-1. A promising victory, I should say. The scores are being added up currently, and we are sitting at 69 to 61.
Oh, it's actually quite close.
Very close. And when games are close by the end of singles, it's usually the second last game of doubles or the last game of doubles that will determine the winner.
And doubles are actually a lot more important than singles, I would say, because they're double points.
Double points, yeah. Each ball is worth 2 points,
Yeah.
and the 8 is worth 6. All right, so we're commencing the doubles now. Minjae should be racking up. Hold on, I'm just waiting for him. In the meantime, while we are waiting, we actually faced off Team W in the semi-finals, our team. This is the janitors, Markus, Mark, and Alex. Not the janitors, sorry, dry cleaners. Janitors was last season. Last season we were the janitors. So, I get confused. Anyway, a really, really solid team. Lots of experience. But most importantly,
Just very, very consistent.
they weren't tired out.
Yeah.
This was their 3rd game of singles and doubles, third set of singles
today,
and doubles
yeah.
for today. And usually we just play 1 per night. But on finals day, when you are playing your bracket of 16, you will end up playing 3 or 4 if you are one of the top teams. And it can get very tiring. It can get to you. The pressure is quite heavy. Min-Jae making sure to rack the balls carefully. The more gaps that are left, the closer the spread will be. So it will be...
Wait, the more gaps?
The more gaps... The more gaps, the closer the spread. As in, there's less of a spread, yeah.
The less gaps between the balls, the better the break.
Yeah, also that too. So the magic rack, as mentioned, is used to the gaps now.
So Min-Jae's breaking.
A couple of the members here use a carbon fiber cue as opposed to just the regular standard wooden cue. Yeah, you really want to be using a light cue and a glove when you're breaking, especially in pool.
To be honest, it doesn't matter too much. I mean,
well, it doesn't matter too much, yeah.
The house cue is still really, really good.
So you can see Min-Jae's aiming at the bottom of the cue ball, so when he breaks, if his cue elevates, it will actually hit the center. Now, obviously, it didn't elevate as much, hence explaining why the cue ball bounced.
Unfortunately, he hasn't actually potted anything off the break.
A dry break again. And we're going to be seeing...
Justin and Jordan will be...
Most likely stripes they'll be taking, I'd say.
The 10 is just the blue stripe hanging over the pocket. That should be a hanger for them. Not sure. I think after that, it's hard to say. What do you think?
He's queued up quite nicely and he's played lots of draw on that.
That's actually a really good shot.
Great positioning.
I think it's a 14.
For the 14, yeah. Great positioning for the 14.
The green stripe.
Now they're suggesting to take the...
It's an interesting choice.
Is that the 11? Yeah, that's the 11. Sorry, I was getting a little confused. The 11 and the 13. Quite
the red
similarly
stripe
coloured.
on the end there. Oh, that's close.
Oh, yeah. Ambitious shot there.
Definitely harder.
So it looks like they've played a great two-way shot here. The pot here is a very, very difficult pot. They either be cutting the 7 in the side or playing a safety most likely now. One timeout can be taken per set of doubles and they might use it here. A timeout involves an extra 40 seconds on the shot clock. Actually, they're not playing the shot clock here, so it doesn't matter too much. But a timeout involves you talking to your other teammates, asking them their opinions. Because especially with the first two players not being as experienced as the third, in the first set of doubles is usually when the timeout is used most. So it looks like Min-Jae is advising Joel for a safety.
I think that's a smart choice.
The pot's quite difficult.
Oh,
Unfortunately, a foul. He hasn't hit that hard enough. There is a rule where you are required to hit rail after first contact, so you aren't essentially playing snooker shots. It's a rule implemented in a lot of pool tournaments.
Yeah, actually, I think I did that in our game just before.
Yeah.
I doubled.
There's a lot of ways to foul, and a lot of professional players will foul on the breaks, and they'll even touching balls. You can sometimes when you're doing a very difficult bridge, as beginner as the mistake seems, you can still touch balls. The first competition I played in, I believe, I had dropped the cue extension on the table, messed up a couple of balls, so
Is that doubles?
That was the Scotch doubles we played in. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I was back in
2019.
2019.
Yeah, term 2.
Yeah, we played Raycole and Fook.
Raycole and Fook in the finals. Yeah, two veterans of CueSoc.
Yeah.
Here we go. They're working together, these two, quite nicely. It looks like he's playing draw. Beautifully played. He stopped it though.
Wow, that's a great shot.
Can he see the 11? I think he'll take the 9 from this one. The 9 should roll in quite nicely. Yeah, and you can see the pattern play they're implementing here. Oh, almost. Bit of pocket rattle there. These two players are exceptional potting. I think both teams are very exceptional at potting. I've especially noticed Will's potting. Very, very good. All it requires is practice, playing races against each other. CueSoc has actually now implemented a system where, for the more interested players, anytime someone has raced someone else, the data is to be recorded and they are to input it into a Google Sheet, and they can have a leaderboard now for CueSoc, which will be very nice. I still haven't participated in it myself, just because it was created a few days ago, but once League has been completed today, I can see myself coming back and definitely getting into that.
Okay, so Joel looks like he might be playing. Yeah, he's playing a two-way shot. He was going for the tube, but so two-way shot, meaning that if he misses it, that he doesn't give the opponent, in this case Justin, an easy way to hit the next ball. So yeah, it looks like you can't actually see the red stripe, the 11, because he's behind the 7.
They're going one rail.
Yeah, so he's actually taken out his jump cue again.
Yeah, he's taken out his jump cue. Okay.
Yeah, these are always very, very challenging shots. I cannot jump at all.
There's a legal way to jump as well, and you can see the way that they jack up the cue requires you to dig the ball into the table and chip it over.
That's actually very impressive.
Very impressive that he actually didn't foul.
The 11. Wow.
Yeah. And the great thing about that is they played that so it landed quite safely. Not safe in the way where they can't make a shot and it will be a foul, but rather safely in the sense that Joel taking the shot now can't putt.
Shot, for sure. I think he can play cutting the 6, but I'm not sure if it looks very challenging. Okay, he is playing the 1, so the yellow ball. Yes.
That putt should have been gotten, I think. Although it was a fine cut, it is a critical moment in the game. You can see there the 11 set up for very nicely.
Yeah, so he'll
The
probably...
positional play shouldn't be too difficult here. They're just looking here. I think a bit of draw should be good now. If the shot's straight.
Yeah, he's playing for the 9 after this ball.
Yeah. Oh, it looks like he'll probably just roll it forward. Just no spin on that. A little bit of draw, yeah, a little bit of draw. Touch of draw.
It's kind of stunned. That's what you call it.
Yeah. Beautifully played for the 9, beautifully executed. Side spin worked quite well. Unfortunately, they can't see the 14. But so can they even hit it or no?
I think
it's
they can hit it, but
they can hit it, but they definitely cannot pot it.
Yeah.
Now they're probably going to be going with a bank shot here or a two-way safety. It's quite difficult, the team working together to help each other.
It's possible he'll be playing it in front of the 1. Yeah.
Interesting shot played. Landed the cue ball in a very nice position. Landing the cue ball on a rail for your opponents makes the shot quite difficult, as it does restrict the spin.
Yeah, bro, you know a lot about that.
Well, let's say that I do that to myself more than others do it to me. And when it comes to Scotch...
you play those shots pretty well, I'd say. Yeah, so it looks like Min Jae and Joel could probably... they could take the 1 here, because it's sitting over the pocket.
I think in a league type situation, you'd want to try and...
They could actually...
You'd want to try and get points, especially in doubles.
It looks like they're playing safe.
Or they're going for a pot.
Shot, I think.
Oh, they're going for the... Ooh.
Oh, wow, okay.
The pot was attempted very, very nicely, but unfortunately didn't come through. So the 14 is now going to be rolled in.
14 does go.
Now, these tables used here, I believe the upper half of tables, the upper 2 rows of tables in City Heroes can fit 2 balls in the jaws of the pocket, whereas the competition tables, which is tables 7 to 14, I believe, can only fit in 1.5 balls. the tables being used today can fit 2 balls, and as you could see, he could pot that one quite easily. These
It's
ones,
also important to mention, Burwood also has a City Heroes,
they've got the diamond tables there.
and they have really new tables.
A good effort on the 8, a good effort, but that definitely needed to be hit thinner. Would have been a very nice win from them at 10-2, but it's still anyone's game.
It's I mean,
Minjae definitely should.
It looks like it's a tough shot from here.
Minjae
I'm
should
not sure.
definitely attempt a 2-way shot here or a safety, because no matter where the cue ball lands, it can position well for the 8. Whether you're going into the corner, the side, it has to be played 2-way here. Alright, so Minjae's opted for a timeout so he can get Navin to come and help them out, give them some advice on what they should pot where. They're giving it some thought. I personally would play a safety behind the 6.
Yeah, this game could prove to be very important for I don't know, what's the team name? Always use protection.
Yeah. I love these team names, I love them.
Yeah, because the doubles are, as I said, they're twice the points, so if they could pull out a win here, that'd be very, very good for their team, but I'm not sure. It does look quite challenging from this position. We'll see. I'm not sure.
So it looks as though Navin's telling them to trap it behind one of the other balls.
He probably wants to play safe.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, bro. So, since joining the admin team for CueSoc, what can you tell me, like...
Okay, so I've recently joined the subcommittee for CueSoc. There's quite a big group of people, actually. I believe Will, who's playing today, is on the subcommittee as well. The 3 portfolios that are used to help coordinate everything is events, multimedia, and marketing. The events team is to help choose what goes when. One of the most recent tasks I was given was to help create some challenges for Social Pool. So Social Pool has voucher challenges, and it requires you to pot 10 balls in 30 seconds, something like that. Well, not 10
fun
actually.
little games. I think they had them in a previous competition.
They've had them in Social Pool.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, Minjae has not played a great shot on the 6.
No, he's actually gotten the 8 ball
It's
into
okay.
a pretty safe position, so it's hard
If the 8 goes, then there could be...
It's quite hard.
I actually can't see myself the space between 7 and the side rail. Oh, sorry, the long rail.
I think there is space, but it's a challenging shot, no doubt.
It will require very, very thin cut, and he has played the shot so well. Beautifully played.
That's a big win for
Beautifully
Team W.
played by Justin.
Wow.
That's a big win, and that is 10-2. Is that 10-2? 10-2?
10-2, I believe so, yeah.
Yes.
So the points will be doubled for that, so it'll be 20-4, I think. So
Yeah, Will's now breaking. Will
Okay,
and
so the
Jordan are taking on Navin and Joel.
So the point score now is 99-72, so 27-point difference. I think they'll have to win one of these next 2 doubles, and then
Well, Joel and Navin actually have to win 10-4 or better. Otherwise, the finals are over. Well, they're not over, I should say. But the winner would already been determined, I should say. Very, very well played, I must say, from Justin on the 8. That is not an easy shot, and for those who have even held the cue before or played with friends, attempt that shot yourself, and you can see that the thinness required on that cut is quite heavy. You have to get it exactly right, millimeter perfect on that. Alright, so it looks like Will's breaking. Jordan's using a technique where he will sort of roll the cue ball on the rail to remove.
Clean the
Yeah, it cleans the ball, removes any stickiness from picking up the ball, the cue as well, the chalk from the cue. Colliding with other balls as well. It smooths it out and it helps you definitely with the spread for the break.
Yeah, wow. Will has an exceptional break.
Wow.
I'm not sure, did he make a ball?
He didn't, surprisingly. He's very good at potting on the break. I think he's got one of the best breaks in CueSoc. Playing him today, I could see the immense difference in skill.
So, yeah.
I think it was definitely a well-deserved win. It actually came down to our last doubles against that team. Any of the team members you found from Will, Jordan, and Justin in the semis? Anyone you found notable to mention?
All of them.
All of them, yeah. 100%.
That's why they're playing in the final.
Navin unfortunately missed the pot there. A pot that should have been gotten.
Got him. Yeah. So... Okay, so I think... Wait. Oh, it's still open, right?
Yeah, it's still open. Jordan's taking
yeah,
his
so I
shot
think
now.
solids is definitely the choice to go for here.
Now the challenge with solids is there are a couple of balls on the rail. You can see the ones on the end rail, the twos on the... Oh, the two's hanging. The three, sorry. The three is on the side rail.
Yeah, that's the 3 is a tough.
The three is a very tough pocket. Now, the stripes are a lot more nicely distributed. So we'll see what they take. It looks like that he's going to take the...
Interesting. He's playing the 3.
It's an interesting choice. A very, very difficult choice. He's cut it extremely thin.
I could not tell that went.
Unfortunately, from the angle we're sitting at, we can't actually tell the distance between the red and the pocket. But what we could see was that actually could be cut, and that was a very nicely played shot.
Yeah.
The two players here are coordinating very, very nicely. They have been playing pool out of their skins. Wow.
Yeah, this team is very on form, I think.
Spoke too soon?
Commentator's curse.
Commentator's curse.
There you go. I feel it. But yeah, so Joel will have to be taking stripes here, and I do believe that this is the tougher balls to take. I don't know. Looks like he's playing the 13.
The 15 is it?
13. Orange stripe.
Oh, the 13, yes, my mistake.
Yeah, that was a tough pot.
Quite safe. But the hangers should be gotten now, I'd say, to reposition. Oh, nicely played. The pink should go. The 5.
The 4.
I don't play enough 9 balls to actually know the numbers.
That's fair enough. I don't
Yeah,
actually know. I don't know.
you have to remember as well that each coloured stripe you add 8 to get the number. That's the way I remember. There's a lot of things you'll pick up over the years, especially playing in
Too many
CueSoc.
people pay too much attention.
One of the actual tricks that I use is if you forget if you're solid or stripes, go check what's been potted. If you see like 5 balls that have been
That's
potted
happened.
and you've been sitting down, then you should know what you are, 100%. If you see 3 stripes that have been potted, you should get a good idea.
That's unfortunate.
A very, very tight shot. He would have been going 1 rail.
So he was actually trying to play
4 to the 5.
onto the 5, which would have actually made the rack a lot easier because all the solids will be on the right hand side of the table. But yeah, now I believe the stripes are mostly open. The 14 is definitely the green stripe. It's tough to take.
Yeah, thanks, Markus.
I feel like nobody's understanding it here. Okay.
Let's see what Navin takes from here. It's a critical one in the match.
I think he'll play it simple and just take the 9.
They're required definitely to pot here.
Interesting. He's playing top.
Oh, poorly potted. Poorly potted. Definitely a ball that should have been potted. Yes, it is safe, sure, but the 7 can be gotten. Will is very good at getting these long range pots.
Yeah, Will is favourite to get this ball, for sure.
the ball is actually just far enough from the rail, giving him access to all types of spin. He's rolled it forward. He's played it beautifully. Well done.
That's a very hard shot. Will's made that look really
Well
easy.
done. I guess that's a quality of a good pool player. Making stuff look easy.
Yeah.
Making especially the hard shots look easy. So Jordan and Will are discussing the strategy required to position the 5, to go from the 5 onto the next. I'd imagine they'll be going into the side opposite to the way they're hitting. Oh, and has he overplayed it? Yes, he has. Now the 6 is a very fine cut. Will be required to bank that. We'll have to see.
Yeah. From what I can see, I don't think the 6 goes into the side pocket.
A very, very thin cut must be used, so
Very challenging.
it's not ideal to play that one.
Oh wow, Will has played that exceptionally well.
Yes.
Honestly,
Not many members from CueSoc can
Yeah.
make banks consistently like that.
it wasn't a bank.
Was it? Oh, did he cut it? Sorry, I
played
couldn't
cut
see
it
his.
into
Oh,
the
was it?
side
I thought
pocket.
it was a bank. No, I couldn't see the shot myself.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, and he scratched off that, unfortunately. Oh, it was a very difficult
That
shot.
is really unlucky, actually.
These two boys will have to run the rack here. Let's see how they pattern play this one. So pool's a very strategic game, going from ball to ball, and to make sure that everything lines up with everything is quite a difficult thing to do. Hence why we use spin.
You gotta use the right spin there.
Yes. Right spin or the right?
No,
the right
the
spin.
right.
Not just right spin, yeah. Great pool players will know how to implement side spin as well, or English I should say, on the... when it's necessary.
Very hard.
Oh, and Joel's miscued that.
He's actually
It's
gotten
landed
away with
safely,
it.
yeah.
The 14 has actually blocked the...
A poorly played
poor
shot.
ball, so-
And off a foul, you should be potting. It's as simple as that.
Yeah,
Yes, I shouldn't
think
be-
he rushed that a bit, to be honest.
Yes, I shouldn't be critical because I've made the mistake multiple times myself this season, but from an outsider's perspective, that pot should have been made.
Okay.
Now,
This jump could
Will
be
is
flying
going
into the commentator's stand, so...
Yeah.
Sitting
We'll
back
see
a
where the
bit.
jump lands. Oh, here we go. He's jacked this cue up. Oh, he's played it very nicely, but the ball has gone off the table, unfortunately. That's a foul. Ball in hand for Navin. They've got another chance to run the rack. If not, they will lose.
Yeah, jump shots are, as I said, very, very challenging. I'm amazed they can even hit the ball. Yeah.
Oh, a poor shot from Navin. A very, it was almost straight, unfortunately. He missed that one. It's not good to see these players going down. Very,
It's
very.
possible they're not feeling. Not
Yeah,
feeling
you can get very worn out over time.
Yeah.
But these two players have not.
It's a very mental game. I've
Yeah.
realized that myself, I can sometimes
Live and you learn, right?
completely, yeah.
All right,
miss
so they're taking
easy stuff.
a time. Okay, so they're taking a timeout here.
Okay.
We're not using a shot clock, so they can take as much time as they need to discuss the shot here. Justin will be providing his input with his teammates.
I think he'll be going for the A ball here, going for the win.
Now, is there a probability
Yeah,
that he
tough
will
shot.
scratch? I don't think so, but whether they make this or not, I believe the frame, even if it's not one, 10-7 will still give a win to Team W. So congratulations to them for winning Season 10. We'll see what the final result comes to, and we'll see what the
Wait,
point
are you
difference
sure?
comes. I'm sure, yeah. Because they're ahead by 20, so Team W is ahead by 27.
27.
So
That's true.
a 10-7 win even still won't make up for the 27-point difference.
Yeah.
But
so
I'd like to see 3 doubles wins. I mean, just looking at the win rate from Team W, they have only lost 3 games out of the 10 played so far.
How have they played across the entire season?
Well, they've been playing in the 6 to 8 session, so their opponents have been quite difficult. And I believe Jae and Joel were sort of dreading to play against these guys because they've beaten them.
I think they lost one game, right?
Yeah. Oh, they've lost 1 or 2. They've ranked about 5th on the ladder, is my guess.
Really?
Yeah, maybe a little higher. They seeded 2nd after Lochie's team. Lochie's team is a very talented team, I must say, with Arian,
Very
Charles.
consistent.
Very consistent, yeah.
Across the board, yeah.
Although they might not be the highest handicap players, it does give opportunities to Arian and Charles, who are handicapped 15 and 10. Lochie being at 25, the
It's
more
probably the thing I like
versatile
about
player.
league the most is actually you don't necessarily need like the best player on your team.
Exactly,
You just
yeah.
need all your players to play consistently well and you
Yeah,
can do
and,
really
and
well.
I found that my teammates
So-
were complimenting me very nicely when I would make mistakes. They'd
Yeah.
help me and win their games.
Yeah, it's definitely important to have encouraging and supporting people in the team.
Yeah. So we'll have a look here at this shot. Oh, he's very, very thinly cut it.
That's
And
an
it's gone
exceptional
in,
shot.
and that is an exceptional shot. He's also avoided the scratch as well. Wow, what a beautiful shot. So that is that 10-1, is it? Or is that 10-0? That's a 10-0.
No way.
Wow. Oh, we've got one more doubles. You can't. Do you want to
Yeah, I mean,
forfeit?
yeah,
Justin
it's
and Will versus Minjae and Navin. Hold on, I'll just add up the score myself. 20 plus 19.
Can we stop being Glanden for the last one?
Yeah, do it.
Alright, yeah, okay.
Alright, so Glanden has arrived recently and they're wanting to sub him in. We'll see if they actually play this one.
I guess so.
So the score with just the last doubles remaining has landed at 119 versus 72. Will you be playing the last doubles? We'll have to see in a minute.
Ready?
A 10-0 in doubles is something else. Wow.
Yeah,
That was some great pool played by both of them.
yeah,
Very
their
good.
doubles play has been exceptional. 10-2 and 10-0. Yeah, well played.
I'll just fix up the scorecard. It'd be nice to see a win from this team, even though they've lost. Glanden subbing for his own team. So Glanden won MVP of CueSoc League 2 years ago. Oh, sorry, 2 seasons ago, I should say. Was it 3 seasons ago? He's a very, very good player, and he's handicapped 30 for that reason. Only 2 players are handicapped 30 this season, but I believe next season of April things will change.
Do you make a ball?
Yeah, I believe he made the ball. He made a ball.
It's a great break.
They're going to take stripes, yeah. So we're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 balls, yes, 6 stripes. Oh, sorry, no, 7 stripes. He made a solid. It must be noted as well that Glanden's very good at having a consistent pot on the break. I've seen him implement second ball breaks before. I've seen him use different breaking techniques and
Using it, sir. stepping all over your bag. Oh, these are the winners' prizes, bro.
yeah. So the winners receive a cue each, a trophy each. Second place they'll
So I'll be a bit more in touch.
second place will win a voucher as well.
Oh, it'd be great to see a run out here, but we'll see.
People are packing up now.
That's a good shot by Minjae.
Yeah, very nice, very nice.
I think that can actually run this back.
Yeah, it'd be very nice to see another run out today. Let's make sure that Glanden's positional play is on point here, because for a run out, you need to get every shot correct.
Yeah, Glanden's played that well, I believe.
I believe
14.
they can get the 10. Is that right?
So,
Or,
yeah, he'll be playing the 14 in coming round.
or will they play the
Wait, get. Okay, he's actually not playing the 14.
Yeah, he's taking the 15. Smarter shot, Choi.
I think it's landed the wrong side of the 14. Actually.
It did, yeah. Played too much side on that one. I think he played top left on that. Screwed it the wrong way. So it looks like Glanden's trying to attempt a one rail shot. Rail first onto the 10. It is a very, very difficult shot to make here.
Not as difficult as other shots, but
I think this one here especially, no, I think it's just playing from one side of the table to the other makes it more difficult than as it usually would be with a one rail.
that's it.
Oh, and he's made the pot. He's made it very comfortably. Positioned very nicely, Jae for the 14. And then the 8 is
interesting to see how.
Now,
I don't think the 8 goes into
both
either of the top 2 pockets.
the top 2 corner pockets.
I think he's actually got to go around the table. It's a hard shot. Let's see.
Now let's see. Jae will either be playing.
Wait, do you know what when
large amount
the
of-
events are later for this year? Like the dates?
I don't know of the dates, but they'll be scattered around term 2 and term 3. During the events run on a UNSW based system. So
I think they're usually on the Facebook page, isn't it?
yeah. Oh, and he's missed a pot that he should have gotten. Unfortunately, hasn't positioned well for the 8. Has he positioned well for the 6? Let's see. Justin here to take this shot. Justin, Will, and Jordan all have ranked in the top 15 players, I believe, of this season of league.
Yeah.
Glanden,
Justin's had 2 runouts already this season.
well, three now.
Third after today.
Oh, and he's banked it beautifully.
Wow.
Wow.
What a
That's
great
not
play.
something you see every day. I believe he hit it onto the first diamond, just to the left of the first diamond. A very smart tactical play. The technique used for banking is usually based on the position of the diamonds and how close the diamonds are to you.
But on these tables, you never know.
Well, the City Heroes tables, the
rails are sometimes a bit funny.
they do their own thing, yeah. So you do have to apply a bit of speed. Oh, and he scratched the 8.
That's true.
Scratch the 8. That is a 10-4, I believe. So the final score of today,
Funny game.
as mentioned earlier, Team W has won 127 to Always Use Protection 92. Honestly, it's been great to see a tremendous season of 8-Ball League.
Yeah. It's been great.
It's been great. Despite the not, filling up the 16 team slots, we have seen some very, very top performances, and I'm glad we got to witness Team W take it home.
100%.
Very nicely done. So we'll end the recording there. Thank you for a wonderful term of events.
Indeed.